Okay, we're gonna do a little slow motion on this and kind of just gather our thoughts. What is this? We see two dark orbs, spherical shaped in its sense, and they're just traversing either in the high stratosphere or maybe even closer to the moon. Is this something that's hidden from us? These new type of devices, these satellites that are maybe secret space force or even, may I say, otherworldly craft. This doesn't look like your typical satellite that's floating across the sky. You have 2 points, and it's kind of doing this observing maneuver through the sky, maybe observing the moon itself. This is a good one. The telescope's huge, so we're seeing a good push up on the moon itself. And if this was an object closer to our atmosphere, it'd be blurred out. You basically wouldn't see it. So I'm leaning towards this being either very deep into space or right there next to the lunar surface itself. And if that's the case, this thing's massive. To get this picked up by a typical amateur astronomer, this thing's got to be some size. I'd estimate maybe the size of maybe the International Space Station, dare I say. If it's that close to the moon, it's got to be something big. Now let's get to this next sighting that's going to blow you away. Check this out. I also want to thank the Hidden Underbelly 2.0 again for this submission. He's coming up with some great stuff. I advise everybody, if you haven't subscribed to the Hidden Underbelly, go check him out. He's rocking it on YouTube and getting the UFO information out. But what do we have here? Is this, people might say, HAARP technology or maybe Project Bluebeam? We see this cube-like shape structure in the clouds itself, kind of behind it, and we're seeing this supercell storm is kicking off lightning, and this person who managed to capture it on film really did an incredible job. He didn't see this cube while he was shooting it. We're going to zoom in also and get some brightness and contrast to really make this thing show itself. We're seeing this square-like box hidden in the clouds. Again, this thing, if it's a craft, it's huge. I would say probably maybe about a quarter mile in length. It's massive, and to be just tucked there, this geometric shape, just static in the clouds. You don't see this in nature, where straight lines created like this, especially in cloud formations, is pretty much off the table. We're seeing something that defies logic. I like this capture a lot, and this one's pretty much going to be my best UFO sighting when it comes down to UFOs hiding in the clouds. This is pretty much pure evidence that we're seeing an effect, a phenomenon happening around the world when it comes to weather phenomenon and aerial displays of UFO phenomenon. It's pretty cool stuff. Now, if you guys are enjoying this, please hit that thumbs up, and we really appreciate it. Even a super chat would help here and there. It really helps the cause. All right, let's check this next UFO. Roll it. All right, a lot of activity, volcanic activity happening around the world. Hawaii, the Big Island, just had its volcano activated again after a year of it being kind of silent. Now we got La Palma lighting up, and we're seeing strange orbs that are basically flanking this volcanic activity. We have seen orbs that are mysterious. Could this be a drone? That's a possibility. We have been seeing drones, amateur hobbyists fly their drones into volcanoes themselves just to get the shot. And sometimes it's well worth losing a drone to capture something that you can't get that close to. So maybe what we're looking at here is a novice flyer trying to get the best look, but then again, we don't know what it is, and we have seen orbs, energy lights, plasma balls next to volcanic activity. I do believe they're real, and what we're seeing is a phenomenon. The big question is this a drone itself? Now we're going to get to some other volcanic activities where we've seen UFOs, and this one really caught our eye. We see this green streak that just traverses straight up into the sky and then down into the caldera. It's again another unique captures around volcanoes around the world. Now another volcano in Mexico, we see an orb basically circle around the volcano itself, and it says, hey, I'm gonna go check it out on the inside, and it does this reverse look and it goes, I'm going in. This one's, again, I wrap my mind around this. I'm thinking this indeed isn't a drone. It's too big, and it's just going around the caldera itself. This caldera is not small. It's a massive mountain, the volcano itself. The volcanic structure is something to behold when you're there in person. When you're seeing it on TV, it doesn't give it justice. To walk up this thing and to get that close to the caldera, it would take hours to climb just to get to the peak of that thing, and to see whatever this light is, this a luminescent orb that has its own characteristics, its own flight path, and it wants to go into the caldera of the volcano itself. I suggest if you're in a hunt for UFOs, go towards active volcanoes. We've seen them ourselves on the Big Island, orbs of light floating over the night sky during activity when lava is present. Now a second video of Colima, as it erupts, we see another adjacent UFO just traverse along its pathway as it screams across, scoping the volcanic activity. What is this? Again, these anomalous objects are too big to be one of ours. What we're looking at is, in my opinion, something otherworldly. Checking out on our hot spots around the world, volcanic activity around the Ring of Fire and other places on the planet. This one has a unique capability of speed. You see it just traverse along the sky. Again, this volcano is massive, and for us to see this light in proximity to the volcano, it's showing its size. Wow, gotta say, the public really delivers when it comes to bringing disclosure to the table. I ask everybody right now, why isn't Congress admitting civilian evidence to bring forth disclosure? That's the big question. I think there's a routine going on. They have it all figured out on the inside. They got their information. They want to keep it close, and they're not willing to admit that we're not alone. There's reasons for this. There's national security and other things that they need to keep quiet. As far as they're concerned, they think we're not ready, that we can't handle the truth, so you might say. Well, that's what Third Phase Moon's here for. And we appreciate everybody in tonight's chat room, and you, the people that subscribe to this channel, getting your daily information. And we're so proud